Great. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing really well, and we're really excited to have you here. You were a tight end at Alabama, and when they announced you during the draft, they announced you as a running back, and then there's some talk about you possibly playing fullback. So tell us, what have the Seahawks told you about how they're going to use you?
Coach Polamalu, the running back coach, is really excited to get me working with him and really transition into a fullback role. I couldn't tell you why they announced me as a running back because I played tight end and I was in the tight end room my entire time there at Alabama. But yeah, they want me to go through as a fullback.
Yeah, and I imagine heavily involved in special teams, and that's one of the things coming out of. I know for me coming out of college, I didn't play very many special teams, but did you at Alabama? Were you pretty heavily involved in those teams?
Oh, yeah. I was pretty much a 4-year player on 3 out of 5 of the units. So no stranger there to the teams.
Yeah. Hey, so tell us on draft day how that went for you. I mean, did you have any idea the Seahawks were interested in you? What were you thinking? What were teams saying to you?
Yeah, I had some contact with a couple of teams there. And the Seahawks were they've been pretty close in touch this entire process about how I fit kind of the bill, about what they're looking for and whatnot. But come draft day, they were quiet, and I was getting some calls from a couple other teams, and but I get that call from Seattle, and they're like, "Bryce," and they're like, "We've been telling you this whole time. We want you. We're taking you." And I was like, "Oh my goodness, it's a dream come true." So yeah, they've loved me from the jump, and just excited to be a Seahawk.
What do you know about the Seahawks? Did you watch them when you were a kid growing up? Any special moments or teams that you particularly remember with the Seahawks?
I mean, the obvious answer would be kind of the Marshawn Lynch era, and then the back-to-back Super Bowl appearances with Russell Wilson. But I mean, no, I being a South Carolina kid, I didn't really get to see the Seahawks on TV too much growing up.
Hey, so tell us about Alabama. I always look at it as kind of being kind of like pro football playing in the SEC. There's so many guys that end up in the NFL. Was Alabama when you were growing up? You said you grew up in South Carolina. Was that a place that you wanted to go ever since you were a little kid? Yeah,
I mean, I kind of never really thought it was a possibility until later in my high school career. But just growing up, you always kind of saw people around and kept saying Roll Tide. You're like, what is that about? And you'd see them on TV and they're just steamrolling some team. And you're like, man, you got a lot of respect for those guys. But it really, once I began to see it as a possibility for myself, I was like, man, this is a no-brainer. We got to play for Coach Saban and develop under Coach Saban. So that's another dream come true in itself.
Hey, so we heard that you got engaged. This is big news, man. I mean, you got a lot going on right now. You know where you're going to be hopefully for the rest of your career, and then you got engaged. So lots of changes for you, man.
Oh yeah, huge week. Got to propose to the love of my life. She's my best friend. She'll be going with me wherever I go, and honestly, that's way more important to me than the draft. But just a very big week in general. Excited for both opportunities.
Yeah. Hey, so were you always a kid, an athlete when you were growing up? Were you always a football player? Did you play other sports? Tell us kind of about your background growing up in South Carolina.
Yeah, I was a multi-sport athlete. I dabbled in a little bit of everything, but my mom got me swimming pretty early on. And I got into competitive swimming really up until that first year of varsity football. And it got to the point where, we were doing 2-a-days for swim practice, and I was trying to do football practice, and it was just way too much time. And I would like to think I chose the right path going football, but yeah, I was a swimmer there for a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're built more like a fullback or tight end than a swimmer, man. I think you made the right choice there. Hey, tell us about your teammate at Alabama that's going to be your teammate here in Seattle, and Jalen Milroe. Really seems like a really great guy and just a really good football player. Tell us about your experience playing with him.
Oh, yeah, I love playing with Millie. We came in, same recruiting class, just came in head down, just really with the grind mentality. And I like to say nobody has a better work ethic than that kid. I mean, he'll always be there no matter what time of day I come in. He's upstairs, talking to the coaches, doing something in the playbook. So he's going to come in with a worker's mindset, and he's a natural born leader as well. He's not afraid to call guys out. And he'll stand up, and he'll always do what's right when nobody's looking. So great character there in Milrow.
Hey, what was draft day like for you? What did you do? Did you have a party or anything like that, or were you just with your family? What was that day like?
Yeah, I had a little get-together, close family and friends. We were down at my uncle's house in Beaufort, South Carolina. Beautiful day outside. Just kind of enjoying the day and not really stressing pick by pick, like I know a lot of players do. Just kind of standing around my phone and enjoying my loved ones until that phone call came through.
So do you know much about Seattle? Have you been here before, Robbie?
Never been there. Excited to check it out.
Yeah, good deal. What kind of things do you like to do off the field?
Number one is I love to golf. That's kind of my go-to hobby this time of year. But, in the fall, if I can find myself in a deer stand, I'll get out there and love fishing with my pops sometimes and playing some cards with the boys. That's kind of just what I go to. Well,
hey, one of the things we like to do, Robbie, is when somebody's new to town, we'll solicit our texters. People text into the show all the time. And what do you like to eat? And maybe we can get you hooked up with some good restaurants up here in Seattle.
Well, first of all, I love seafood, and I've heard some rumors y'all got some good seafood up there.
Yes, we do.
So y'all got to let me know what seafood places to check out. I heard there's a seafood market, something about them throwing fish. So you got to give me some spots I can go and check out.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we'll definitely check that out. And yeah, congratulations, man. That was really cool that you got a teammate up here from Alabama, and I think you're going to love the 12s. And yeah, just congratulations on getting engaged and drafted, and you kind of know what you're going to do for the rest of your life, sounds like.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.